Hey there guys, Alex here and welcome back to another video, and today I am bringing you my first ever battle in the PCL D-League week 1 versus Ollie and his Basel Bastiodons. Yeah, I think that's how you say it. So you've probably noticed right away that I am on Showdown and I am not on Wi-Fi. Now this is a Wi-Fi based league, except we kind of ran into some battling issues. Ollie lives over way across the sea from me. He lives over in Switzerland, and he was also using a hotspot at the time instead of his Wi-Fi. So we DC'd twice on Wi-Fi, and we only ever made it past like the first 10 turns maybe until we had to switch over to Showdown. So we tried recreating it once on Wi-Fi, it didn't work. We DC'd again about 10 turns in. So then we're like, okay, that's the admins, and they said, yeah, just go on Showdown. It'll make it all easier. You just want this battle done. So then we went on Showdown, and you'll see that this isn't, or I don't know if you'll see it, but this isn't the first time we had attempted to battle. This was like our 5th or 6th attempt trying to recreate this, because he kept on either critting me first turn with you'll see the move in a second, or he would burn me with Scald a couple turns in. So yeah, it was, to say the least, a mess to recreate. It took like an extra hour than what I was expecting. I wasn't upset at him. I was more upset at that this was getting like really like repetitive to recreate. So you know, towards the end I didn't play the best, I don't think. But you know, you'll see that in the battle coming up in a second. But yeah, so really hope you guys will enjoy this battle today. If you haven't already, please go watch my draft analysis for this league. Super excited with this team here that we have, and I guess I can sort of run down the sets that I have, since I didn't really do a team builder. So just give me a second, I'll pull those up. So for our sets here, I'm just going to do a quick little rundown of what we had. Me and my front office, we built this team together. We brought Darkrai, Rotom Wash, Nidoqueen, Skarmory, Buzzwole, and Alolan Raichu, and he brought almost exactly what I was expecting him to bring, which is the Greninja, the Alolan Ninetales, the Victini, the Celesteela, the Mantine, and the Nag something, that thing. Yeah, I can never say that mon correctly. It's probably super easy, but I just suck. So yeah, we ran Darkrai with Life Orb, Thunderbolt, Dark Pulse, Nasty Plot, and Hidden Power Steel. Our original plan was to not run Hidden Power Steel, but we wanted something that could hit the Alolan Ninetales, and surprisingly enough, even at like just a neutral, Hidden Power Steel would OHKO the or there was like maybe like 5 or 6 rolls that could OHKO the Alolan Ninetales, so we decided to run that, and worked out pretty well. You'll see it in the battle. So yeah, pretty standard Darkrai set here. Also a pretty standard Rotom Wash set. Jeez. With Hydro Pump, Volt Switch, Thunder Wave, in case he wanted to switch into Naga, and I could just T-Wave that thing, which you'll also see that come into play this battle. And then Light Screen, just so you know we don't get wrecked by his special attackers. And then we had a Scarf Nidoqueen with Choice Scarf. Yeah, I just said that. Choice Scarf Nidoqueen with Sheer Force as its ability. Obviously, Earth Power, Fire Blast, Sludge Wave, and Thunderbolt. Pretty offensive Nidoqueen. Not much to say here. Also, just really defensive Skarmory, obviously, with Taunt, Iron Head, Defog, and Stealth Rocks, with leftovers, all that fun stuff. And then we have the Triple Punch Buzzwole here with Drain Punch, Thunder Punch, Ice Punch, and Bulk Up. This thing was a beast this week. It's in the thumbnail, and you'll see why later on in the battle, with a Life Orb. And then we have a Nasty Plot, Electric Terrain, Thunderbolt, Psychic, Alolan Raichu with a Shuka Berry so that it could take a hit and then from anything that has Earthquake, and then just kind of revenge kill it back, hopefully. So yeah, those are our sets. Nothing really too crazy with the prep here. Just your kind of standard sets. I didn't really like spread out the EVs that well, but it's not like it mattered too much. The sets worked fine. It was more, you know, stuff like that. So let's get into the battle. So we started off, these first 10 turns were already complete on Wi-Fi, but we kept on having to recreate them. So here, I've never used Showdown before, so let me just go normal speed. So he leaves Victini and I lead Rotom Wash. Now, this first turn, he is going to click U-turn, and he either would crit me first turn, and you know, we'd have to restart, or later on down the line, see what other, you know, he'd burn me with the Scald or whatever. So he goes Victini. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, I click Volt Switch here, Jesus, and go into the Darkrai. Now, I don't believe he was expecting this next play at all, because he just let me kind of do it freely. The HP Steel Tech is already coming in right off the bat. We go Hidden Power Steel. It takes out the Alolan Ninetales. So already two turns in, we're taking out a Mon. And he goes Celesteela. I switch out into Hard Rotom Wash because this is the only thing that could really like threaten out or you know, make him switch out of Steela. So we go Rotom Wash. He clicks Heavy Slam. That does literally nothing. And yeah, so far I'm kind of in the driver's seat for this game. He switches out straight into Naga Nadell. That's how you say it. And I predicted him to switch out. So right here, you're also already seeing me making the reads, clicking Thunder Wave, which paralyzes Naga Nadell, and it completely negates him from doing, you know, much of what he wanted to do, because a paralyzed Naga Nadell is super, like, it's super key to this game. I'm really glad I got that off. I made the correct read there. So really good plays right off the bat, which is normally something I don't do. If you know me, my early game sucks, and then my mid to late game is actually like not too bad. But by the time we make it to the mid to late game, it's already kind of screwed over, and I'm just kind of like, you know, I've already lost. But so let's see, forget what I click here. Yeah, I go Hard Nidoqueen because I have the Earth Power for it. He goes Dragon Pulse. It does about 34%, or it takes me down to about 34%. Now, I believe he predicts me to click Earth Power here. I don't know if he knew I was Scarfed at this point in time. Probably doesn't, or he just assumed that I was. So he switches out into Mantine here. I click Earth Power. Does nothing because it's a flying type. And I go into Alolan Raichu, and he clicks Scald. And he would also burn me there every time on the recreates. He'd burn me with the Scald, which wasn't, you know, doesn't matter too much, but he wanted to give me a fair chance. I'm like, okay, that's fine. So he goes into Victini. I didn't expect him to stay in here, so I clicked Nasty Plot, and I probably could have just clicked an attack there. Oh, oops. I probably just could have clicked an attack there, honestly, instead of clicking Nasty Plot, because I knew he was going to switch out. So I clicked Nasty Plot like one too many times this game, I would think. So I go into Rotom Wash. He is going to click Blue Flare, which also does nothing. So yeah, and then he goes for Energy Ball. I completely forgot that this thing got Energy Ball, and I go down to 3%, but I get my screens up, which super helpful this game to have the screens up. It just lets me take a bunch more hits that I wouldn't normally be able to take. But it's not ideal that we're this low already with Rotom Wash. So I just sack Rotom Wash here. He clicks Energy Ball. I go down. So here I go Hard Nidoqueen, and I click Earth Power, and it almost kills him. It almost kills him. I don't know if that was a roll or whatever, or he had like enough to live in Earth Power from this, but he goes Blue Flare, and it misses. And so now he is forced to switch out, and I have to click Earth Power again because I'm Scarfed. Maybe could have switched out into Alolan Raichu there. Maybe would have been the play. Because at this point he probably knows that I'm Scarfed, so that's probably why I went Mantine. In hindsight, I probably could have gone Alolan Raichu, and then either force him to switch out or force him to take a Thunderbolt. But yeah, so we clicked Earth Power there. It does nothing. So now we go Hard Alolan Raichu, and he clicks Scald. And with the screens up, that is only doing 17%. But now the screens are down, which gives him a free, you know, it makes his Negaduel, you know, a lot more damage. But he is still paralyzed, so it's not as threatening as it normally is. So I believe I click Nasty Plot here again. I really like clicking Nasty Plot. I don't believe I outsped this thing. No, I don't. Oh, no, I do. So I click Psychic. Oh yeah, he's paralyzed. Of course I outspeed him. So I click Psychic. It go the negative. I think he was preying on the fact that he would go like, or he would make it through the paralyze or whatever. But even then, he's still slower. So I click Psychic there. It completely destroys this thing. We're still at +2. He goes Greninja. So I did not outspeed the Greninja, and so I switched out on the Darkrai. He went Hydro Pump. That brings me down to 12%. He clicks Hydro Pump again, and Darkrai goes down. Not the most ideal thing. I probably could have played that better there. Maybe going hard Darkrai that definitely was not the play. Going hard Darkrai. If I remember correctly, I do outspeed a non-scarfed Greninja, but later on we found out that he was scarfed after the battle. So here comes Buzzwole, and Buzzwole kind of, I don't know if it's this play where he starts going in, but I click Bulk Up, and now I'm at, bulking up, and I click Thunder Punch, and even with the Wakan Berry, I want to assume that he was, that he had defense investment, but even with the Wakan Berry, this thing just dies at +1. And yeah, so the Mantine goes down, and here comes the big Buzzwole plays here, because now we're at +2 with the Beast Boost, and I can just click Thunder Punch all day. Basically, I one-shot the Celesteela. I'm thinking, okay, great, this is going good. Everything is going great, and I forget what I do here next that screws up the play, but I kind of forget that there is a scarfed Greninja in the back, and so I click Thunder Punch again, or well, no, he clicks Blue Flare, because for some reason I thought I would live. No, I don't. Or for some reason I thought I would outspeed. No, I didn't, obviously. I was just kind of caught up in the moment. I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna click Thunder Punch again, because it kills Victini and it obviously kills the Greninja. And then I didn't really think about my play here, and I was an idiot, and I stayed on a Blue Flare to the face from a Victini, and Buzzwole goes down. I'm thinking, okay, this is a problem, because I do not have anything to outspeed a Scarf Greninja that's just kind of chilling in the back. But I think my safest play anyways is to go Alolan Raichu. What I could have done back there with the Buzzwole play is I could have gone like hard Nidoqueen or something, and I'm pretty sure my Scarf Nidoqueen does not outspeed a Scarf Greninja. What am I saying? But at least I wouldn't be chilling there with my Buzzwole, and I could live a hit from the Greninja once the Victini was down, because I do outspeed the Victini. I could have clicked Earth Power there. Victini would have gone down. He would have come out Greninja, and then I would have had free reign to play with Buzzwole, because I'm pretty sure I would live a hit, and then Thunder Punch would just kill him anyway. So just things to think about. I could have played that last part better there. I got a little trigger happy with clicking Thunder Punch. I thought I could just click Thunder Punch to win, but then I was like, no, I'm stupid. I clicked Thunder Punch and stayed in with a Buzzwole on a Victini. That was probably the dumbest play I could have made right there, but you live and you learn. So at this point, I'm kind of thinking, okay, I really don't have much answers to a Scarf Greninja, but all I can really do is click Thunderbolt. And yeah, so Scarf Greninja outspeeds the Alolan Raichu, kills that. Skarmory, I don't really have anything to hit this thing with. Hydro Pump does a lot, because Skarmory's not very specially defensive. He misses the Hydro Pump there, and I go Iron Head. And I was hoping that he would just miss like 4 times in a row, but that never happens. So yeah, now at this point I know for sure that he's Scarfed Greninja, and my Nidoqueen does not outspeed it, and he just cleans up with Greninja at the end. So we take the 1-0 loss going into the first week, which it's a loss, but at the end of the day, it's not the worst thing in the world, because I've had worse starts off to leagues before. But hopefully we can turn things around with week 2. I forget who I'm playing. I forget his name. Hopefully we can turn things around with week 2. Things to take away from this game, in the end game, just don't frantically click things thinking that you'll win, because you won't. And just even when it seems like you're gonna win, always think through all your plays and all that stuff, just so you don't do what I did and stayed had a Buzzwole staying on a Victini thinking that I would live. So yeah, that's gonna do it for this first week. It was a bit of let's see, this video is about like 18 minutes long. Well, on my recording, I'm gonna edit things out obviously, but a bit of a shorter battle this week. Hopefully next week it will be on Wi-Fi this time, and I will have an actual Wi-Fi battle to give you guys. This first week hopefully is the only time this season, fingers crossed, that I will be playing on Showdown, because I don't like Showdown that much, but if I have to play on it, I will play on it. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already, go watch my draft analysis. Go follow my Twitch, and all the coaches' YouTube channels will be linked in the description below. Thank you guys for checking out this video, and hope you have a nice day. Peace out.